Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brad. New year, we've got new comics coming out this week. In my hands is one of those. This is Champions #1, a fresh start for this series from Marvel Comics. Hits the shelves January 2nd. I gotta say, this is a pretty solid start for the series and a great point to hop on if you are interested in checking it all out. So written by Jim Zub, Stephen Cummings is doing the art. Marcio, Menyz, and then Erick Arciniega is the color, and Clayton Cowles is the letterer. And it's a good start. It's an interesting take, different so a little bit different direction for the Champions, a little bit of the same. So when Champions started some time ago, it was all these younger heroes who were kind of sick of the direction of the older heroes. They thought basically they just caused a lot of problems, destroyed a bunch of buildings, and didn't help average people. So it was this idea that they would go on like Twitter, social media, find smaller things for them to do as heroes, as champions, as well as battle the big bads. Now, from a lot of the series worked and focused on that, and then every so often they would fight the big bads, and I think things kind of maybe like lost direction a little bit here and there. But generally, it kind of stuck to the heart of it all, and it was great to see these younger heroes stepping up and finding their place in the world. The last volume ran for 27, I think it was 27 issues, plus the annuals and all that. By the end of it, Ms. Marvel is taking over leadership, and she's got some ideas for the team. The big one is expand it. It's no longer a team of, I think it was 5 or 6 characters. They're just going big. Think like a Legion of Superheroes is the best way of really describing, I think, the direction this is all going. So there's a whole bunch of new characters in this, some old, some I think new, and it's really good. And that the first issue has kind of 3 missions that the teams go on. There's 3 different teams that go on 3 different missions. 2 of them are really kind of geared towards that average person issue. One is kidnapping and trafficking, child trafficking. The other one has to do with, I think it was like a tsunami and flooding and stuff like that. And those 2 teams do their thing as far as helping average people, which is really really great. And you might sit there and say, oh, that sounds really boring, but what Zub does that I think is really good and smart is that he's focusing on the interactions of the characters and how they work as a team. This is very much going to be those younger heroes interacting and how their personalities clash as much as it's them going to go fight the big bads. And that's really, really intelligent. A lot of this issue is focused on that. And once, they got the everything wrapped up, there's celebration times and more of the interpersonal stuff is happening. And it's really solid, I think, in a lot of ways, putting that all together. You don't need to know tons from what happened before, which is great. There's a little bit that falls over, but generally most of it's explained as much as you need it to be explained. And that's really intelligent and good and entertaining. I think this is going to be a really fun series, and it's definitely a space that I don't think really exists in comics currently, of those younger heroes. And it's as much about the relationships as it is about fighting the bad guys. It's just a space that's just not there. Again, it really reminds me, I think, of Legion of Superheroes and what I've read of that. So I'm kind of digging it. I wouldn't say it blows me away, but it's really entertaining, and I definitely want to see more of it. As a whole, the Champions is one where I read a few issues, like it, but then there's so much stuff going on, and then I wind up picking up in trade and reading it that way and loving it in trade. So, hopefully I will keep up with this, because I think it's definitely a series that needs to happen and needs to exist. The art is good. I think there's some slight issues with the art. We get an opening shot like this, not the greatest detail. Things are a little rough. It's good. You can see who everyone is, and it's fine. And then you flip to this. This is a fantastic panel. I really dig this panel. I think the focus on, I think the character's name's Locust, and just the framing of it and the action and all that is it's good. It's really, really good, and there's a cool style to it. So it's weird. Generally the art is good. There's just some things where things don't quite things are so good in some spots that I think it it stands out where it's not as good. And it almost makes me think that there's like different artists at different moments, which is really kind of weird. And maybe it's the coloring that partially does it. Like this top panel here looks very different to me than, say, you know, some of the stuff that's on this page, which is, it's just interesting like that. It's not super distracting. I don't think it's a major issue. It's just something that stood out to me enough to bring it out. Like, overall, it's all really good. It's entertaining. If you enjoyed the previous volumes, you're going to dig this. I think the ending is actually really interesting. I'm fascinated to see where the direction goes with what is revealed. So I'm looking forward to that. It's in shops this Wednesday, January 2nd. You go pick it up from a comic shop. Go support your comic shop. We got a link beneath this video. You could tell you where your shop is, or if you have a shop near you. You put in your zip code, helps you out. No shop, no problem. We got some affiliate links. There are affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage of that. By doing that, you help support our site, though. So thank you. Speaking of support, I want to thank Marvel for hooking us up with this review copy. We always appreciate it, and we like to be honest when we get something for free, so you know. And then you can decide how full of it I am in the review and all that. Of course, I want to thank you for watching. Now, if you're into Marvel, if you're into comics, you're into Champions, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.